Hey folks, how are you? This is Fat Guy Flies RC. Out here at the Avon Park Field, going to take up the T-28b Yellow Trojan by E-FLITE. Right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator. Right rudder, left rudder. Motor on. Running a Spectrum 2200 4S enter. I do love Trojans. I really do. They just fly so well. Just inherently stable, easy to fly, perfect trainer as far as training to fly a warbird. And this one in particular is an awesome trainer. This is what you would consider your everyday warbird. Your plane that you could just take it with you every time. Great warm-up plane, get your bearings, feel the air, see how things are at the flying field. Just a great plane for that. And that's what I say, everyday warbird. And this particular one is quite sporty. It's very easy to fly and land. Looks good. That yellow really shows up real well. She'll run on 3S or 4S. And she's just a little too ballistic speed, you know, as far as scale goes. Yeah. See, that's 4-cell. Plenty of power. And it's not necessary to fly like that, but just to show you what the plane can do. Boy, the gnats are horrible. Any of y'all who live in Florida around the orange groves know that gnats are just a way of life. Yeah, I should fly inverted for you, but I'm just not a big fan of inverted flight. There, she's inverted right now. Now she's not. Just not a big fan of it. I mean, I know, yeah, I should learn more of it, because you never know, you might end up that way, and how do you handle it, you know? But biggest thing is small corrections and don't panic. And you don't have to take off full speed. Don't think you have to, every plane you've got, you don't have to gun it and get in the air immediately. No, you don't have to do that. Practice your nice slower takeoffs. Time remaining 3. Especially when you got the weather for it. Sometimes though, like I understand, you got a rough field and you don't want to fly very long on that rough field or taxi very long. You want to get in the air quick to make it easier on the gear. I understand that. But if you have the advantage of having a runway, then use it. But at the same time, you know, practice your grass landings and stuff. Sometimes you'll go to a different field and you don't have a runway. So let's do just that. Let me put my money where my mouth is. Probably will nose over though. Huh? Well, maybe not. But as you can see this terrain is really potted. Now here's the situation to where you're going to want to take off quick. You're going to gun it and get in the air, because you don't want to you know, run the risk of getting nosed over on that grass. And it's hard on the gear, very hard on the gear. Yes, I know this nose gear has a nice spring, but it's hard on the gear. That real quick, strong vibration long term. That's why whenever you have people say, you know, you got your pre-flight, you know, well, you got to have your post-flight too. And you can do it when you get back to the house. But when you get back to the house, before you put your model up, check everything. Check those control surfaces, check your control arms, check your control horns, the part of that attaches to the control surface. You know, your aileron, your rudder, and your elevator, your ailerons. You know, check them. Make sure check your hinges. Make sure they're nice and strong. Foam will degrade and get brittle over time, so check that. Make sure they're good and strong. You know, if you're starting to see a bunch of cracking, you know, and it may just be paint that's cracked, but really look at it. Is it the paint or is it actually the foam? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was talking, thinking about what I was saying, and that was not a great touch and go. That was, I screwed up and landed too much on my nose. Didn't flare enough, which means pull my nose up. Let's try that again. There, that's better. But check everything. If you've got little wheel collars that hold your wheels on, check those connections. Check those little grub screws. Make sure everything's nice and tight, nothing's moving. And then that way, you know, when you're concerned and you're sure everything's nice and tight and secure the way it should be, then you can, that was touch and go. Then when you get out to fly the next time, you know that all you gotta do is your control surface check and make sure everything's good. Oh, don't forget, check your prop. Make sure your prop's good and tight with no battery in it. You know, the last thing you want me to do is embarrassing, be in the shop and cut yourself. Yeah, I was wrong that time. Didn't flare enough. Well, I think my time's about out. So, all right, let's land this bad boy this time and call it a day for this plane. I must not have my timer set up. There we go. Yep. No, that was a minute warning is what that was. All right, let's do it one more time. Boy, I love this plane. I do love this plane. Such a fun to fly plane. Oh, you know I had to do it one more time. You know I had to.
30 seconds.
Yeah. The British lady's telling me I got 30 seconds now. So I guess I gotta listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. I'll flare at the end. There we go. All right. Got to one more time.
20 seconds.
Yeah. I want that greaser without the bounce. And I know, shouldn't let pride dictate my actions. Don't want to push it. Well, there you go, folks. That is the Trojan T-28b Trojan by E-FLITE. Used to be Park Zone, and that is your everyday warbird. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Hey, wait a minute, maybe I've got, you know what, do I have the smart stuff in this? I do. I have the smart stuff, and I forgot about battery. Still got well over a third. I just wish that, you know what, Spectrum, why can't you put a percentage on there? That would be nice if you put a percentage on there. But yeah, I got just about a little over a third of battery life left, so I could have flown for a few for a few more minutes. All right, folks, so there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, folks, faith, family, friends, and then planes. Bye bye.